Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Chancery. We're incredibly excited to be here and glad we can all squeeze under the tent on this gray day that we're having here in our city. Well, one of my highest priorities as mayor is to create safe, affordable places to call home. That's the foundation for everything else that all of us want in lives for our families and for others, to have a safe, quality place to call home. And as a result, we need more housing of all types in all neighborhoods across our city. And we need to provide more housing and health care and other services for those who don't have a place to call home today. And that's why I'm so excited that we're all gathered here today to open up the Chancery. The Chancery is going to change lives, yes. The Chancery is going to change lives, offering 34 units of permanent supportive housing for those who face chronic homelessness, addition to 4 respite units for people in need of lower intensity medical treatment. This project is another example of a great partnership between organizations outside of government, inside of government, businesses and government alike, working to get together to make something important happen for our community. A special thanks to so many of my colleagues at Louisville Metro Government and the Cabinet for Economic Development, and the Office for Housing and Community Development, the Office of Social Services, and more, who partnered alongside Volunteers of America, K. Norman Berry, Miranda Construction, and my also colleagues at Metro Facilities, who all work together to make this happen. So what is permanent supportive housing? Permanent supportive housing is a place where people can live, where it provides safety, stability, and a new start for those who need it most. Providing more than just housing, but also supportive services, case management, and on-site security to give every resident the tools and support they need to rebuild their lives. And when I stand here today with all of you to celebrate this important opening, let's also think back on the other progress that we've made just over the past month or so in creating housing across our city and the lives that we have touched. Lives like Mary Patterson, who just moved in a mile or so west of here at the Eclipse in the Russell neighborhood. Isaiah Daniels, who was with us just a few weeks ago right next door, who shared his story at the Community Care Campus press conference recently. Isaiah told us about how he endured a childhood with lots of trauma and homelessness, but he found support through YMCA's Safe Place Services, a program that is now central to what's going on right here at the Community Care Campus. And with guidance and compassion from the team at YMCA, Isaiah was able to rebuild his life. Today, he has his own home, employed by GE Appliances, and is pursuing his associate's degree, all while taking care of his son. These two individuals are just two great reminders of what can happen when we provide people across our city with the resources they need to turn their lives around. And so far, we've improved nearly 5,000 lives with new affordable housing units. We've also recently established our Home for Good task force, which is looking to create 250 more units just like here at the Chancery to end chronic homelessness, to support others who are on the streets today. We've improved homeless services to better connect people with addiction treatment, medical care, and more. And we've made historic investments to support and expand our shelters across the city and the services they provide. We've also expanded and enhanced the behavioral health more than ever before. Dr. Maria Leiterman has joined our team so we can focus our entire city government even more, working with partners inside and out of Louisville Metro government to help support more behavioral health treatment, substance abuse treatment, to help those who need it the most. Because together we know that that will reduce crime, reduce incarceration, and reduce homelessness. We'll be sharing more good news about our progress on those fronts in the very near future. Take all that to say, we are incredibly hard at work at Louisville Metro government, but I'm not content. We know we need to do more, And that's why it's so important that we're here today to open the Chancery so people can see the impact that permanent supportive housing can make on individuals, our community. When the people see the impact, they can join our team inside and outside of government to do even more, to build more permanent supportive housing, to help more people, to improve their lives, to improve our neighborhoods, to improve our entire city. Today is one step closer to those goals. And one huge partner in helping making all of that happen is Volunteers of America Mid-States. They are our partners on the Community Care Campus, our operating partner here at the Chancery, and we're very fortunate today to have their wonderful CEO, Jennifer Hancock, who's with us to tell us a little bit more about their work. Please join me in welcoming Jennifer Hancock.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Such a pleasure to have you with us. We are so proud to welcome you to the Chancery, a newly renovated space that will soon provide permanent supportive housing for people in our community who have experienced homelessness and deserve a home for good. This development includes 34 brand new homes for individuals. It's a place where stability and hope take root. I want to personally thank Mayor Greenberg, Deputy Mayor George, and his team at Louisville Metro Government for your partnership and for your unwavering commitment to real housing solutions. You continue to show that addressing housing challenges isn't just a priority on paper. You are taking action. This project is also happening because of the tenacity and collaboration shown by Marilyn Harris and Natalie Harris, heretofore known as the Harris Dynamic Duo, who began working on this project during COVID. Thank you for your vision and your unwavering leadership. You don't care about credit, you just care about getting the job done, but you do deserve the credit today. Volunteers of America Mid-States will manage the Chancery right next door here to our community care campus, and will provide individualized case management and wraparound supports to every single resident. Our goal is for our residents to complete at least a 1-year lease, and beyond that, to build a foundation for long-term independence. We're talking about improving credit scores, finding employment, and developing the stability that's needed to thrive in our community. This project perfectly reflects VOA's mission to empower individuals, to promote self-sufficiency, and to help those in need live healthy, productive lives. Supportive housing is a proven, compassionate, and fiscally responsible approach. It helps people with disabilities or complex behavioral health needs achieve housing stability, better health, and greater independence. So it's simple. When people have stable housing, they're able to maintain medical and behavioral health care. They secure employment or benefits. They engage in community, and they avoid repeated crises that can lead to hospitalizations or other bouts of homelessness. This approach also reduces the strain we feel every day in our community on emergency rooms, jails, and other costly public systems. This saves taxpayer dollars, and we know because we have seen it work while improving individuals' lives. Without safe and permanent housing, too many people are trapped in cycles of instability. So projects like the Chancery, they change that trajectory. They are a compassionate, cost-effective strategy that does restore dignity and opportunity. Today represents another important step forward for Louisville. Proof that when we work together, again, not caring about credit, we do create real and lasting change. So thank you for being here to celebrate the progress in this partnership. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Tamara Reif, our Senior Director of Housing. It's Tamara's passion, expertise, and leadership that make projects like today possible. So please join me in welcoming her here today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer and Mayor Greenberg. As Jennifer said, I'm Tamara Reif. I'm the Senior Director of Housing Services for VOA. And I have been looking forward to showing this place off for a long time. I think we're going on about a year now that we've been able to be involved in the project. As you heard, the Chancery will provide permanent supportive housing for people in our community who are at risk of becoming homeless or already experiencing homelessness. We will have the privilege of working with Hope Village, allowing them to move their operations into the lower level of the Chancery, offering bathrooms, showers, and laundry facilities. But I think the best way for me to talk about the importance of projects like this is through a couple of real-life stories. Aaron gets to live here. He's one of the first 6 that will move in. He used to live with his father in Lexington, where they both became homeless together. They moved to Louisville, started working, and became housed. They were doing well until, sadly, Aaron's father passed away, and Aaron wasn't able to afford cost of living on his own. For the last 2 years, he's been unhoused, but he's been connected to the Salvation Army, right over there, Recenter, right next door, and Hope Village. These connections allowed Hope Village staff to help him apply for the Chancery. Since then, Aaron has felt nothing but gratitude. He looks forward to calling the Chancery home, finally after 2 years. He is so excited about a warm, safe home, and he cannot wait to cook his own meal in his own kitchen. Also, Lazar will live here. Since April, Lazar has taken bold steps to turn his life around, beginning with a commitment to sobriety. After facing the challenges of addiction, he made a decision to pursue a healthier, more stable future. He's been sober for several months now, demonstrating courage and commitment to change. Lazar has also shown remarkable consistency by maintaining steady employment. This reflects his strong work ethic and a sense of responsibility, which are both critical components for long-term success. Balancing the demands of work while focusing on personal growth has not been easy. Lazar continues to show up on time, he's dependable, and committed to the progress. He's not only surviving adversity, but he's striving to rebuild his life with purpose. Lazar is currently residing at Arthur Street Hotel, waiting for his space to open here. The transitional living situation has provided him with space during this critical time, but he's ready for the next step. It's people like Aaron and Lazar that make this job worthwhile. And while I love to be able to tell their stories, I feel lucky to help them and other residents feel safe, gain independence, and live in a place like the Chancery. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you so much, Tamara and Jennifer. Just one other observation that I think is important given the day that we're doing this on, given what's going on in Washington, D.C. This project is a result of a lot of hard work from a lot of you all here at the local level. You've heard about the hours that VOA, Marilyn, Natalie, Nicole, many others, Josh, and others have put into this project to make it happen. It is local effort that is making this happen. But it also requires federal funding to help make this happen, to keep it going and operational. So this government shutdown really has the potential to negatively impact even more Louisvillians across the city. Next week could be a catastrophic week if SNAP benefits are cut off. Tens of thousands of people not getting their paychecks who are working for the government. Healthcare costs getting ready to rise. Projects like this, costs like this, expenses like this at risk if it continues. We need to get the federal government back open, friends, so that projects like this are not put at risk, so that we can continue to support those in our community who rely on local, state, and federal government to turn their lives around. But thanks to all of you for making this happen today. So we have a couple more updates, and then I'll be happy to take questions. Another update that I want to talk about that we're working on closely to make our city safer. Specifically, our work to address human trafficking. One area of focus that is of ours is fraudulent massage establishments that pose as legitimate parlors in our city. They're often fronts for organized trafficking operations. They're hubs for organized trafficking hiding in plain sight that can be located right in our community, sometimes close to schools or daycares, restaurants, and even housing. They exploit women who are trafficked into the country. They evade taxes, ignore our labor, health, safety, and business laws, and cause great harm to our neighborhoods. So we're stepping up our efforts and taking targeted enforcement action. We formed a new multi-agency task force to shut them down, through regulatory enforcement and criminal investigations, targeting traffickers and sex buyers, and making sure that we protect women in our community. So we're proposing a new ordinance alongside Metro Council, you'll hear from in a moment, to better help us distinguish legitimate businesses from fraudulent ones by imposing stricter licensing and operational requirements. I want to thank Connie and Dr. Single and the entire team at the Department of Public Health, our code enforcement team, LMPD, ABC, everyone in law enforcement, including Dan Marsden with LMPD, who has taken the lead in this in our ongoing efforts. Thank you all so very much for what you have done and for helping us take the next steps. I also want to thank the Network, a national anti-trafficking nonprofit that's been a partner in this work. One of our close partners on this work as well has been Councilman Jeff Hudson, who's been working with us on this new ordinance that will help us take these next important steps forward. Please join me in welcoming Councilman Hudson.
If you have been a part of this task force, I'd like for you to come up and join us on the stage here. This is a task force that we have put together. We've been working over the past 13 months to put this ordinance together. We have a meaningful ordinance that was filed yesterday, and it'll be going through the processes in the next couple weeks. But I want to thank everybody for joining us here today. Words mean things. If you want to call it massage parlors, human trafficking, prostitution, or modern day slavery. And I don't use that term loosely. I know what the gravity of that word means, but that is what we're talking about here. Today's the day that Louisville Metro government is going to take a stand against it. This matter impacts not only public safety, but also health, dignity, and well-being of our residents. First and foremost, I want to thank Mayor Greenberg for his unwavering leadership in this. He has set the tone for proactive governance to resolve and tackle complex issues. I also want to recognize Deputy Mayor Nicole George. Your work behind the scenes has been instrumental in getting this legislation forward. Your dedication to collaboration and problem solving has made this sweeping initiative possible, so thank you. I want to thank the Department of Health and Wellness. And we have 4 people up here. This is like a 20th of the task force. There's a lot of people involved in this thing. But you put our citizens first, and it's been invaluable throughout the drafting and the refinement of this legislation, so thank you. The alcoholic beverage control. You guys have played a critical role in this process. Your insights into the regulatory best practices and vigilance in monitoring establishments have provided essential guidance in shaping these new laws. Law enforcement at every level. I want to thank the Louisville Metro Police Department, the FBI, Department of Homeland Security, the Kentucky Attorney General's Office, the Jefferson County Attorney General, the Jefferson County Attorney's Office. These are the people that have been on the front lines, working diligently to investigate these illegal activities. Your commitment to public partnership and developing practical solutions have led to the success of this law. We now have a law that has teeth in it that we can address this problem with. Additionally, I want to acknowledge my colleagues on Metro Council, community advocates, industry representatives, local organizations like Scarlet Hope who have contributed their voices, their expertise, and their collective action for concern for our neighborhoods. That we've been able to craft this comprehensive legislation that targets illicit activities and provides clear pathways for enforcement and accountability. This achievement is a testament to what we can do when we work together. We've taken a decisive step forward for the safety of our residents here in Louisville. And I thank each and every one of you for your help in it. And thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thanks, Councilman. Thank you guys very much. Thank you, Mayor. I appreciate it. Also, if the public can help in this regard, the public can help in a couple ways, especially landlords who should report any suspicious businesses to LMPD at 574-LMPD, or if you suspect that someone is being trafficked, call the National Human Trafficking Hotline at 1-888-373-7888. We want to support legitimate businesses that are doing great things across the community, but we're going to use every resource we can to protect our community when businesses are not doing the right thing. And this is one more example of it. Thank you all very much for what you're doing. So finally, this has been some heavy topics that we've been talking about. We're going to end on a positive note. And that positive note is, even with all of this great work that we're doing as a city, we're doing it in an incredibly responsible way. Last week, Fitch Ratings announced that it has assigned a AAA rating to Louisville Metro government for our bonds. That's worthy of applause. To put simply, this reflects Louisville Metro government's financial strength and the fact that we're good stewards of our taxpayer dollars. In my time as mayor, we've been managing our resources effectively, investing them in important initiatives like you're hearing about today, while at the same time generating surpluses that we can invest back into our community to fund our highest priorities, like first responders, our parks and libraries, more affordable housing, and so much more. We're going to continue with this same approach, and having this high-quality bond rating gives us the ability to do just that. Thank you all so much for joining us. I'll take a few questions from members of the media, and then we're going to go in to do a ribbon cutting, I believe. So we'll join us. A couple questions from the media first, if there are any. Yes.
Craig Greenberg, I've heard from a couple council members a push to get the King Louis statue that was vandalized back in 2020 restored and put back on display sometime during 2026 for the celebration of the 25th anniversary of the United States. I'm wondering, do you support the push to restore that statue? And can you talk about the decisions and how that was made, whether it was put on display wherever?
So the question was about the King Louis statue that had some vandalism and graffiti during 2020, and some folks on the council asking about its restoration. There is money that has been appropriated for its restoration. We have been working hard to find a contractor that will remove the graffiti from the statue before it's put on display. So far, that has not happened. We've got some new prospects in line. We are committed to cleaning up the King Louis statue and having it available for public display. Where or how and when it gets displayed, I don't know yet, but we want to have it ready for next year, and we are committed to working on that and making every effort to do just that, to clean it up and get it fixed. Any other questions? All right, let's go cut a ribbon and see the inside of this great new project. Thank you all very much.